So in this video, I just want to give my opinion on Questrade commissions for option traders or active traders for options. Not necessarily for stocks, because it's not that expensive for stocks. I mean, $5 in, $5 out is not a big deal. But what Questrade is mostly expensive for is trading options compared to interactive brokers. Not to the banks, but compared to interactive brokers. So, I mean, for trading options, it's $10 a flat. It's a flat fee of $10 just to open the trade. And it's at $1 per contract. And then it's another $10 to close the trade and $1 per contract. So that's where really Questrade is quite expensive in terms of commissions. But here's one thing that makes it not too expensive and makes it competitive. Obviously, if you take active trader pricing, which costs $89 a month, but you could get it reimbursed if you spend over $400 in commissions per month. So if you're actually an active options trader, I don't think you're going to have a problem getting reimbursed the $89 a month. So that's not going to be a problem. Plus, it gives you advanced data package, live streaming data. But the real advantage here is, as you can see, for options, instead of being $10, it's $4.95 flat fee, and then 75 cents a contract. Interactive brokers is about 75 cents per contract. Sometimes it goes up to $1.30 depending on the underlying and the liquidity in the underlying. Interactive brokers can range between 75 cents and $1.30 per contract, but they don't have that flat fee. So that's the advantage of interactive brokers. The problem with Questrade is that $4.95. So if you do one contract, so for example, I've got trades here. Let me show you some of my trades. So let's look at this trade here. So this is a put spread on the SPY that I opened, a put credit spread that I opened at 315, 310, collected $1. I actually closed it today for 50 cents. So that's $50, right? If I did one contract, that's $50. But because of commissions, $13, I'm left with $37. So if you look at the percentage-wise, $13 divided by my profit of 50, that's a big chunk of my profit. 13, or let's be precise, $12.90 divided by $50, that's 25% of my profits gone to commissions. But the reason is because I only did one contract. And that's what I'm trying to get to here in this video is Questrade isn't that bad if you do a lot of volume. If you do a lot of contracts for options, it's really not that bad. And I'm going to show you an example. So for example, let's look at the price per contract in this case. So I've got two legs and I open the trade and I close the trade. So basically I'm going to take this divided by 4. $12.90 divided by 4 to see what my price per contract is. So with one contract, by doing a put spread, one contract in and out, my price per contract is $12.90 divided by 4, because I've got two legs on each side, two legs to open, two legs to close. So my price per contract is $3.22. So that's pretty high, especially that interactive brokers, it ranges between 75 cents and $1.30 per contract. So that's almost 3 times as expensive as interactive brokers. But let's look at this example. What if I did 2 contracts on this trade? My commissions would be $15.90. So this time I've got 2 legs to open and 2 legs to close, but 2 times. So I actually have 8 legs to close. So I'm going to take the $15.90 divided by 8 legs or 8 contracts. And as you can see now, my price per contract is only $1.98 or $2. So interactive brokers was between 75 and $1.30. Right now with Questrade, I'm at $2. So it's not that far off. $2 per contract versus $1 per contract, not a big deal, especially if you get the easy interface that Questrade offers. Now let's look at 3 contracts. What if I did 3 contracts? Now I've got 12 legs to close. So I've got $18.90 is my commission, total commission, divided by 12 contracts. So now I'm paying $1.57 per contract. Once again, I'm getting much closer to that interactive brokers pricing, and just by doing 3 contracts instead of doing 1 contract. And now finally, let's do 10 contracts. Let's see what happens if I did 10 contracts. I would have to pay $39.90 in commissions, but I've got 40 contracts or 40 legs. So 39.9 divided by 40, I'm down to $1 per contract, which is now very competitive with interactive brokers. So as you can see, the more contracts you do, the cheaper Questrade is. So Questrade can actually be cheaper than other brokers if you do a lot of contracts. Now, it doesn't mean that you should go do a lot of contracts just so that you pay less commissions. But eventually, if your strategy is profitable, eventually you will be doing a lot of contracts, and then you don't have to worry that much about commissions because it's going to make sense. It's going to be very competitive. And as you can see, if I'd done 10 contracts with this trade, I would have made $460 profit instead of $37 profit. So just something to consider before complaining about Questrade's commissions, especially if you're an active options trader. First of all, you should get active trader pricing. That's a must, or else it really doesn't make sense. And if you are doing one contract only, if you could do 2 contracts, it's obviously going to be better. You'd already bring your price per contract much lower to around $2 instead of $3.22. Just if you look at it in the long term, eventually you will start making more contracts, so it will be worth it as long as you're happy with the platform. I mean, in my case, I'm always hesitant because commissions are a lot with Questrade for options, but I don't like Interactive Broker's platform. It's hard for me to use. It's not as user friendly. I do most of my trading on the browser or the phone app, and the Interactive Broker's phone app is very complicated. So that's why I feel like I'm stuck with Questrade, because it's just so much easier to use. But I am disappointed with the commissions that I'm paying. But I know that eventually when I start doing a lot of contracts, it's not going to be a big deal. It's going to make sense in terms of price per contract. So imagine those that don't have active trader pricing and are actually paying $10 flat fee per option. So basically all I'm doing is diluting this $5 by doing more contracts, and then at the end simply just adding 75 cents to the contract, because that's variable per contract. That doesn't change. But this is a flat fee, so I'm trying to dilute it per contract. So by doing more contracts, it becomes smaller. Now, the example I'm showing you was credit spreads. A spread or a credit spread has 2 legs. So if I do one contract, it's 5 divided by 2 legs. So it's $2.50 from per leg or per contract from the flat fee portion. And then to that, I add the 75 cents. Now, if I do 2 contracts or 3 contracts, or let's say 5 contracts, I've got 2 legs per contract. So if I do 5, then that's 10 legs or 10 contracts. So 5 divided by 10 is 50 cents. And then I add 75 cents to that. So that's why my price per contract is only $1.25, which is very reasonable in that case. Now, if I'm doing naked options, naked puts or naked calls, there's only 1 leg. So in that case, if I'm doing 1 contract, my price per contract will be 5 plus the 75 cents. If I'm doing 5 contracts, it'll be 5 divided by 5, so $1 plus the 75 cents from the variable portion of the commission, so $1.75 per contract, which isn't so bad either. Now, if I do iron condors or iron butterflies, they have 4 legs. So if I do 1 contract of an iron butterfly, I'm actually taking $5 divided by 4, so that's $1.25 plus my 75 cents. So right off the bat, an iron condor, my price per contract is $2, which is not so bad. But if I do, let's say, 5 contracts of an iron condor, I've got 4 legs times 5, so that's 20 legs. So 5 divided by 20, that's 25 cents, plus the 75 cents is $1. So it's actually $1 per contract if I do an iron condor with 5 contracts. So it depends on your initial option strategy, how many legs there are, and you could divide the flat fee by the number of legs, divide again by the number of contracts you do. So that's how Questrade commissions can be affordable or even competitive, in my opinion. So yeah, I just wanted to share my opinion on Questrade's commissions for options. So if you have any questions, leave in the comment section below. And like always, if you can open an account with Questrade to trade on the stock market, use my referral link below to get $50 in free trades. Also check out the other referral links below. If you enjoyed this video, click the like button, share with a friend, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.